Hi there, Sean Wilmot. Today we're looking at Ford's greatest escape, the ST Line X with a 2-litre turbocharged petrol engine. So what we're seeing with the new Ford Escape is a much more Ford-focused face on the vehicle, and that's exactly the sort of thing that we're going to expect to see from Ford going into the future. So right from the front end here, we've got these really chunky headlights that are not quite as aggressive or as in your face as that of the Ford Puma, but are reminiscent of what we can see in the Ford Focus. And it carries right through here. We've got all these nice sharp sculpted lines through here, tracking over to the back. Nice big fat 19-inch wheels on this one. I think they're 19s, yes. And then we go all the way back to these lovely sculpted mirrors, again with the high visibility indicator light up the top here. And then we've got this lovely curve that comes all the way back down and gives it that sporty feel. And then we've got these sporty lines which flow through here. Again, nice big tyres and a nice curve on the hatchback tail, which comes back down to these taillight sections here. Now these are quite nice. They're just jutting out enough so that they're visible, but they're not jutting out enough to be obnoxious. So we've got a nice safe look at the back end. And that, of course, we have this big nice wing spoiler up the top here, which goes back for that more hatchback look. Common to all the Ford Escapes is the new GDTI turbocharged petrol injected engine with port injection, and it's a 2-litre capacity. That 2-litre engine is actually very, very capable, and it gives you a nice balanced spread of power and towing capability with 183 kilowatts of power to deal with and 387 newton meters of torque. It's a very creamy engine in as much as when you're driving along in city environments as we are now, it's just so smooth and gentle and easy. But when you're out on the open road, you can have a little bit of fun with it, because connecting the power to the engine and to the wheels is the new 8-speed rotary dial access transmission. Now that basically means that you just have a simple dial here that goes from park to reverse to neutral to drive. There's a manual mode as well, so if you want that flexibility to access all of those 8 speeds, you can do it from these little flappy paddly shifty things here just behind the steering wheel. We've got an 8-inch TFT multicolored screen here, and the clarity with which you can see the road surface is just amazing. I mean, I just love these dots, it's so vibrant. So within Sync 3 you also get satellite navigation, which we've got here with this fantastic map, and that actually gives you 3D rendering these days of the city, which is really handy for tourists who don't know their way around by road sign but can identify the buildings. That 5-star safety rating is actually pretty phenomenal considering all the kit that this vehicle has on board. We have so much gear on it, it will take up most of the video to go through it, so trust me on this. Ask your Ford dealer about it, because that 5-star safety rating is really, really well deserved. The ST Line X has a brilliant combination of a really nice smooth suspension and a very, very good wheelbase, which gives you a nice balanced ride all the way through these twisting corners that you find are typical on New Zealand roads. And the Ford Escape handles roads in New Zealand particularly well. So we have nice flat handling cornering characteristics, which really make the ride in the ST Line X really, really pleasant for all people in the car. Moving from the organic outside look of the car, we step inside to something a little bit more sporty, which you can see immediately with the steel plate there, which indicates the ST line. From that we move across to the racing pedals down here, which are nice and steel coated, and then that shifts up to the steering wheel, which has that nicely squashed look at the bottom. That also indicates racy performance. We've got a plethora of buttons here to play with, and that controls all our dashboard functions up here on the 12-inch display, which is all digital by the way. And from there we can go down to the switchgear down the bottom here, which gives you all the ability to change the drive modes. Here we have normal mode, then we have eco mode, we can switch to sport mode, following on from that slippery mode, and finally deep snow and sand mode. Almost as critical, and definitely more in your face, is this 8-inch touchscreen here, which comes up with that beautiful colour display that we're so fond of seeing. And then moving straight down here, we've got all the air conditioning controls, or the HVAC controls, the wireless phone charging, and that leads us straight back here to the sporty seats with their multi-surfaces and sporty appearance overall. So here we are at the end of the day with our Ford Escape. Now I'm very fortunate in as much as I've managed to drive every single Ford Escape model within the lineup, and there are some real crackers in there. But this is the one to watch out for, the ST Line X. And remember, that X is so important because it is the car that has everything on board. So in addition to all of that, of course, you have the versatility, which has been the selling point of this vehicle all the way through. A 9-to-5 workaday week vehicle, a getaway at weekends, and even an extended trip away over the Christmas holidays. Couldn't ask for much better than that, Ford. Well done.